Hey guys, this is Brooke Lewis, aka Ms. Vampy, and you are watching Tony Has 9 Fingers.
What is going on, people? Day number 21 of the 31 Days Hath October series that I'm doing on my YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out the other 20 days, go ahead and check them out. Anyway, this is pretty much, you're going to get 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. I'm going to go one horror movie review for every day this month. It's almost the end of the month, 10 more days. So if you couldn't tell, I'm going with, well, let me explain it. I'm doing indie films. A lot of people are doing this 31 days. I'm doing more independent films, and I'm doing them in alphabetical order. So it should be a little further in the alphabet, but I didn't have a Q, so I went with 2 R's. You'll understand if you go check out the older videos. And yesterday was a horror pack unboxing, so it wasn't technically a review. But anyway, the letter T is today, and the movie I went with, I don't know if it's too much. It's not like the most independent. It's not like the lowest budget movie that I reviewed. But it's, you know, I don't know if it got like a worldwide release or a lot of theaters released it. But the movie, if you couldn't tell by the title, is called Tusk. And a lot of people didn't like this one for some reason. I mean, it might be a little too out there for some people, or they might not like Kevin Smith or whatever. But me, myself, I definitely enjoyed it because it has that different feel to it. I, myself, like movies where the plot might be the most ridiculous thing ever, but it'll be stuck in your head the whole time. You'll remember it, and you'll always remember that movie. There's certain movies where, you know, the plot line is almost the exact same as another movie, and you couldn't tell which one's which. So that is one of the main reasons I like this. Anyway, this is written and directed by Kevin Smith. It stars Justin Long, Michael Parks, Haley Joel Osment, among many others. I'm going to keep this review short because I don't want to give too much away for those of you who've not seen it. But pretty much, Justin Long and Haley Joel Osment are podcasters, and they're always looking for the newest story, the newest thing they can put on their podcast. So one day, Justin Long, I forget if it's in a bar or somewhere, but he sees this article on this billboard that pretty much the guy writes about how this walrus saved his life, and pretty much goes into detail with it. So Justin Long is like, hey, well, I can, this sounds like a pretty good story, a different story, so maybe I could throw this on my podcast. So pretty much he goes out and ventures to find this guy who happens to be in Canada. Before he leaves, he tells his girlfriend about this and whatever. They're kind of skeptical, but he's like, let me do this. This could be a bigger break for, the weird stories that we can have on our podcast. So he ends up meeting up with this guy, and all he thought it was going to be was, he's just going to learn about this guy, how this walrus saved his life and all this stuff. Well, you find out this guy might be a little more obsessed with walruses than he let off, and he might be a little stranger than he let off in the beginning. That's where I'll leave it. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to give the whole plot line away. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. But for the hate this movie gets, I don't see it. I really did dig it. Again, some people, who knows, maybe they don't like Kevin Smith, maybe they don't like the plot line, maybe they don't like independent movies to begin with. But me, there's a lot more going for it than against it. I like the cinematography, I like the suits, I'll give it that. I like like I said, the plot line, because this is going to be one of the movies that, 20 years down the line, I'll be like, hey, you remember that walrus movie and then I'd be able to say, okay, Tusk, as opposed to, you remember that movie about gangsters or about the war or whatever? If you talk a little bit more, you figure out the movie. But nowadays, too many movies are almost carbon copies of each other with a different name and different actors. This one kind of stands alone. There's a lot of movies like this one as well that stand alone, but that's why I like it so much. So, Tusk, I'll leave, again, in the description, I'll leave the link for the trailer. I'll leave the link to where you can purchase it. I'll leave the link to everyone else who's doing this 31 days of Halloween or 31 days of horror, whatever they're calling it. Again, mine's 31 days half October. I'll leave the links to all my other social media. I got a Facebook fan page. I got a Twitter. I got an Instagram where I show off my movies. I got a Horror Amino. I started Snapchat back up. I have a, Stardust app, where it's, 3 to 30 second reviews or reactions to movies, TV, trailers, stuff like that. And, it's a little late. I'm probably not going to hit it, but, maybe I'll spike in the next week. But if I hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, I'll do a giveaway in November. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that little bell button for all the reviews or whatever I post a new video, so you'll be the first to know. Again, check out my other, 20 days of this. I've been going strong for those. And I guess that's about it. So check out the description for everything I talked about. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you found the review you just watched enlightening and you want more of them, go ahead, hit that subscribe button in the corner, and check out all the other reviews I have, such as Horror Pack reviews and Netflix and Chiller. If you want to check out all the other things I have, go ahead and check out my Instagram, where I show off the movies I have behind me. Or check out my Twitter, where I post all my videos and more. If you want to do that, go ahead, hit those buttons, and until next time, I'll see you.